It's Az here. How you doing? The only person who can ever make it to a show on time. This guy. Oh, wow. Welcome to Hot Toys, everybody. I, as ever, am your host, welcoming my co-host. Nope. Okay. No. Oh, here's one.
Yeah.
Hello, George.
Hello, mate. How you doing?
How are you?
Good. Doing good. Just going crazy with my sinuses. Other than that, oh well.
Do continue. I wish to know more.
No. What I've had is a great time in catching up with some films over the last few weeks that I've never seen. I saw Once Upon a Time in Hollywood.
Mm-hmm.
Did you ever see that?
No.
Oh, it was decent. It was decent. Then I saw a Jason Statham film called Wrath of Man.
Mm-hmm.
I really enjoyed that. And we had a lot of good news this week. You can see Disney's diversity officer got fired or let go.
Dude, she left a job in the middle of the night to explore other avenues. That's exactly what normal people do when they leave jobs.
Yeah, the
company announced their departure at 2:00 in the morning, their time, and saying, "Oh, by the way, they're never coming back."
And she's going back to her company. Did you see that? She's going back to the company that she founded to help inject, to coordinate, its DEI projects. I'm like, didn't you just leave this company? It's crazy. And then I read a story. We've been watching. Has anyone been paying attention? Have you been paying attention to what's going on with that submarine and the Titanic? That story?
Yeah, it looks like they ran out of air about 6 hours ago.
It's horrible.
It's horrible.
Disgusting. But you're going to start seeing stories pop up over the weekend that the owner of the company did not want.
George,
Huh.
I shouted at someone on stream today about this.
Oh.
Can we just go a few fucking days to let the families mourn the loss before people start trying to play their political games and turn it about themselves and their own ideology and all that kind of stuff? Can we just
I agree.
Let this, what is a tragic event, can we just let some people just mourn the loss of their loved ones?
Absolutely.
Before team 1 goes ha team 2 and team 2 goes ha team 1.
Yeah, you don't do that over a tragedy. But I hear what you're saying. I agree with it. So what have you been doing over the last few days?
Masturbating furiously.
Is that over the new Lego Batman? Did it come in for you?
Oh yeah, it's down here. Right there. Man. Didn't I show this? Did I show this off last week? Were you here last week?
Yeah, but did you put it together?
No.
That's what I figured. Masturbating.
No, yeah, I haven't had the time, dude. I am so busy. Like, legitimately busy.
Legitimately busy? Because you were just saying you were masturbating, so I was like, I know it takes a lot of work.
That is work.
You got any surprises for today?
Yeah, I think I do.
I got one that I have been waiting for to get in forever.
Unfortunately for this stream, I say unfortunately for this stream, I did get my Ensign Harry Kim is arriving tomorrow.
Of course it is.
I've had the delivery date. It's coming tomorrow. If it had come today, it would have been perfect.
Of course. So you could say, hey, look, my Harry Kim just came in.
Well, it gives you a week to get yours,
Yeah, I'm still waiting. I've been watching their production of Locutus online as Exo6 keeps posting pictures. He's like, now we just have to box it up. And I'm actually wondering if I'll get my Locutus in at the same time that you get yours in.
I'm going to say probably not.
Well, I'm being hopeful. I say probably yes.
Because I seem to get everything before you from Exo6.
I don't know what you do over there. I don't know what you do to those people. Yeah. But I did get my notice for, I've got my notice for actually like 3 different figures. One of them I've been waiting. I thought it was going to be here this morning, was the Yoda from Clone Wars.
Got it. Showed it off last week.
I know. I haven't gotten mine yet, though.
Yeah, no, but it's okay. I got mine, though, George.
But I'm glad that you got yours.
In actual fact, did I still leave it here or did I move it? Oh,
did you actually show it? I don't remember you showing it. I thought you showed the box.
I showed the box.
Yeah, well, you didn't show it. See, that's the difference between us. I show the figure.
Well, because I don't know what I'm going to be doing with these at the minute. So you know, the slipcases are all gone as it is because I don't keep those because I live in a shoebox. But look, this is the only thing that's ever come, I think, from Sideshow where I didn't have to pay bloody import fees on because it's so small and so light.
They just we'll give it to you.
Well, I just don't think it qualified. I don't think it actually qualified for import fees.
Wait a minute. Can you show that to the camera one more time? I don't think that's the one I'm talking about. Is that the one I'm talking about?
Yeah.
Yeah, that it looked different on the other side. Okay. Cool. That's the one I'm waiting for.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm gonna have to like bribe someone over at
this one that I'm holding in my hand. This is what you're waiting for.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, looks nice.
That I've had for 2 weeks.
Yeah, 2 weeks.
Maybe 2.5 weeks. Probably 2 weeks. Yeah, 2 weeks. 2 weeks.
I am inside cheering for you, throwing you a parade. If you can feel the love coming through the screen. You can feel that?
Yeah. It's like
marching band.
A branding iron on my penis.
I also got to see a film. I really thought it was a flop. My brother kept telling me, he called me up and he said, you have to watch this film with Ben Affleck.
Is it called The Flash?
No, I haven't seen it yet. No, it was called The Accountant. And every time I would watch the trailers, I'm like, I'm not interested in it, but I rather enjoyed some of it. I thought it could have been a series. But then I saw this old Christopher Reeve interview that keeps popping up everywhere where he's talking about how Hollywood, did you see that one where he said Hollywood is having sequelitis and how that leads to that?
Well, did you see the bit of footage by Christopher Lee, the great Christopher Lee?
The one I saw it on
talking about failing upwards.
Kathleen Kennedy.
The Hollywood way is to fail upwards, and this is Christopher Lee, and he must have been talking about this 25 years ago.
Yeah, it looked like 25 years ago.
About 25 or so years ago, and that's the Hollywood way, folks. That's why your Kathleen Kennedys and your Jar Jar Abrahams and all that kind of stuff fail upwards, because that's the Hollywood way. It's crazy. I know.
Powerful. How the way actors used to have integrity. I mean, watching those two clips, seeing them together, because I saw them in the same day. You're like, wow. You know, there was a time where actors didn't talk politics, where they just spoke about their art, their film, their career, you know, the characters they played, and then they dished dirt because they wanted to repair Hollywood. You know, they wanted to keep pumping out good films. It was really interesting. It was enlightening. I was like, where are those people today?
Lee, I think McFarlane toys are great.
Mm-hmm.
I think they're really good. They've got a pretty decent price point. And if you hold off for a little bit, they tend to drop a little bit in price as well.
I didn't know, because I ordered the McFarlane Batwing from The Flash because I like the way that it looked.
No, I don't mind getting the odd McFarlane figures, but I can't get a vehicle. I can't justify vehicles when I'm getting Jazz Inc. vehicles and stuff. Right,
except I still haven't. They were talking about how it's going to come up for a vote, but I haven't seen it come up for a vote, and I was like, just in case, I was going to keep it, not open it. If he actually green lights it and says he's going to do it, then because I haven't opened it.
What are you talking about? The Jazz Inc. potential Batwing?
Yeah, because I want him to do a lot of people have discussed it. I want him to do the Flash Batwing. I think it's a beautiful vehicle. Again, I haven't seen the movie, but from the trailers, it looks amazing.
The Batwing, it's a decent Batwing. You know, it's fine.
You know, and I
Is
put my
is as good as the 89 Batwing? I would argue not.
really. What did you like better about the 89?
The design, because the design was very much like the bat symbol. This is weighted in one direction and sort of it just doesn't quite have the lines.
The lines, gotcha.
The line.
I just like the way it looks slick, but I'm worried.
It's a decent Batwing. It's a decent Batwing, and I do. But it would have to. It'd be huge though, because the Batwing in the film carries 2 passengers at the back, and has like an open, an open door where they drop from, like a bomb door or whatever. So it would be a big Batwing if he does. And he didn't get enough interest for the BVS one, and that was going to be fucking huge.
Which I still don't understand. I think it was under by 10 or 15 is what someone was telling me for the production, 10 or 15 people, which I still can't believe because the 89 sold out. But I'm figuring since the 89 sold out, this one will. No? It's so damn big.
There's a huge difference between Batman 89 and Batman versus.
It is, but I really love the design.
In terms of who fans of the Batman 89 was a cultural phenomenon. It was a pop culture phenomenon and a cultural phenomenon. You couldn't move in 89 for people wearing the Bat symbol t-shirts
everywhere,
the Bat posters everywhere, every TV show talking about it. It was a cultural phenomenon.
Actually, it might have been. I think it might have been actually the first time we were bombarded, because it was a year before it was released. I remember seeing the trailers on television set, but also seeing them in the movie theaters. It wasn't like a typical Hollywood film where you saw it a few months before. I mean, they were building the buzz a long time before it came.
Back in those days, they came out. Like there was a stagger. There was a few months stagger between the US release and the UK release.
Right.
So I think, I'll have a look at when Batman.
Wasn't Batman though the beginning of the way they actually marketed films changed? I think it started with Batman. Was Predator right after that or right before?
Oh, Predator was before.
Was because there was like a series of films.
Predator was 87, man.
I'm trying to remember when the original Predator was, but there was a time period where I felt like you had these big cultural pieces that changed it because everyone went crazy for Predator.
I want the US release date, not the UK. Okay, here we go. Yeah. Okay, so but Batman released in America on June 19th.
Okay.
89, and it released on August 11th in the UK.
Oh, wow.
So 3 weeks later. But you could go, there were some movies which could be like a couple of months. That was nearly a month. That's 3 weeks. That was nearly a month.
You're right. Predator was 87. Yeah. For some reason, the way that my brain remembers it is that Predator and Batman came out around the same time.
Total Recall isn't Total Recall 89, 88, 89?
I thought that was Running Man. Okay. Could be Total Recall.
Total Recall, I think, was 89. Could be 1990.
Because he had a string of those that were a little similar.
1990, yeah. 1990 Total Recall. But there was a huge stint of there was Terminator, there was Commando, there was Red thingamajiggy.
That's where he was the Soviet.
Yeah. Terminator 2, Conan, of course.
Yeah.
Conan the Barbarian and the Destroyer. Terminator 2 was 90.
I kind of liked Red, really. It was funny. It was James Belushi's brother. Was it Jim Belushi that he acted with in Red? I liked Red.
I can't remember. What was it called? Red something. Red Dawn or something? Was it Red Dawn? Red
Heat?
Red
Heat. Yeah. Red Dawn is
Raw Deal was Raw Deal 83? Raw Deal? Running Man.
Raw Deal was before.
Of course. Predator.
Raw Deal was around Commando time, wasn't it? Commando.
Raw Deal was
before.
Before. I'm gonna
have to look this up. When was Commando?
Commando was 80. I want to say 86, maybe 85.
85. Now, when is Raw Deal?
No, Kindergarten Cop's into the 90s.
Oh yeah, so I was right. They were around exactly almost the same time. It was a few months later. It was 86.
Arnie's films were
popping,
blowing, and they were great.
Oh yeah, good popcorn fun. Good popcorn fun.
Well, I mean, I would argue that some of those are a little bit better than popcorn films. Conan's better than a popcorn film.
Conan, I separate.
Terminator's better than a popcorn film.
Yes, but see, I was talking about Raw Deal.
Predator's better than a popcorn film. Yeah, Raw Deal. Yeah, those are the movies that me and my mates would get out from the video store on a Friday night, and we'd all just watch together.
No, I'd separate Conan
we'd love
and
to get
Terminator.
An Arnie film or a Jean-Claude Van Damme film.
I only saw one.
If money was tight, Steven Seagal.
Actually, my favorite Steven Seagal was his very first movie when they said he was going to be this big, so I was above the law. After that, everything went downhill. I thought that he gave it all in above the law.
I'm okay with Under Siege.
Under Siege, which the first or the second one? The
one where the woman gets her tits out.
Oh yeah, Erica Elenia.
Yeah.
Beautiful. I remember. See, I remember her exactly.
You're never gonna forget her, Dave.
No, that was the one with Tommy Lee Jones when they were on the ship. The second one was he was on a train.
Yeah, the second one was appalling.
I know those were a lot of good films. But
I don't remember anything from the first film other than Erica's tits.
No, I think it had Gary Busey, Tommy Lee Jones, Erica.
Gary Busey was it? Yeah. Well, he could string a sentence together.
He would do a lot of stuff back then. Point Break, The Crazy. Remember?
I am the FBI.
There's a lot of good stuff.
Amazing stuff, man.
I'm trying to think who fills that gap today, like the Schwarzenegger. Again,
nobody.
Separating out Conan, Terminator, and Predator. I consider those like his masterpiece.
Right? Because if you say, let's say you say, what about The Rock though? The Rock doesn't have a movie legacy.
Nah, he doesn't.
Even Henry Cavill, you can say, what about Henry Cavill? He doesn't have the movie legacy. You look at Arnold's movie legacy. There's no one that can touch him. No one in that testosterone driven. Wait, none.
Maybe Keanu Reeves is starting.
Films, no.
I said starting. If he continued and did similar style John Wick movies, not John Wick.
Keanu Reeves is mid-50s.
I know. But heck.
Okay. Arnie was smacking these out mid-30s.
I know. You never know, though. Keanu's
great. Love me, Keanu. Love me, John Wick. But and Keanu's got, he has got a movie legacy behind him, but I wouldn't say to the degree of Arnold. He's got The Matrix.
Constantine.
He's got no.
Oh, I like Constantine.
Come on.
I mean, it's not comic book.
You can't put Constantine against Predator.
No, I'm carving those out. I said I'm carving. You can't do that. I'm carving those out. I keep saying I'm carving. Conan and Predator and Terminator are their own. Those are his masterpieces. I'm talking about Raw Deal, Commando, Red Heat. I'm saying
we're not talking chat. We're talking current day crop of what would be of the ilk of Stone. So people like Tom Cruise. No, Tom Cruise has his own legacy alongside somebody like Arnold. Stallone has his legacy alongside Arnold. We're talking about who today who's being pushed as the big
badass action star.
Yeah.
Like Stallone and like Schwarzenegger. I can't think of one because you're right. I think The Rock started at one point. He did this film called Fast, not the Fast and Furious stuff. And then there was one right afterwards where he did it. And I was like, I saw for a second he had that glimmer of trying to fill Arnold's shoes, but then he did some San Andreas.
Yeah, but Statham hasn't got anything close to Arnold. He's got little fun films, no doubt, no lie. But there's nothing. Sorry, you can put all the answers you want in the chat. The answer is no one. No one.
Maybe Statham would come the closest because of his action.
No.
Wrath of Man, I just saw it. It was very similar to.
Right, Wrath of Man. Right, Wrath of Man against Terminator.
No.
Wrath of Man against Total Recall. Wrath of Man against Predator. Wrath of Man against Conan. Wrath of Man against even Commando. Nothing.
They can't stand up against those. They can't. Right. They can't. But you could tell he tried. I guess I don't know. I saw Sisu, but that's his one film that I've seen. So
I need to see Sisu. I think I'm going to wait till it comes on to streaming.
Yeah, it's on streaming. That's why
No, not in the UK. We've only just had it. We've only just had it out at the cinema in the UK.
See, I thought all that was now all the same. When it streams here, it streams there. I didn't know. Okay, cool.
When it was streaming in America, we still didn't even have our theatrical release.
Gotcha.
And of course, it's a very limited theatrical release. Well,
I don't think Vin Diesel comes close to filling. No.
Running Man's another doozy of a film.
It is. Of course, they talked about a lot of stuff in that film that's actually happening today.
I'm actually surprised we don't have a Running Man show in the UK. Well, we do. It's called TikTok, but
TikTok.
It's just not, who loves you and who do you love?
I'm racking my brain. I cannot think who actually feels that. Nobody. I can't. Tom Cruise is his own thing.
Tom Cruise has got a legacy of all kinds of different movies.
Yeah.
All kinds.
It's amazing what they did in those days. Good, solid. Oh, and then when you had Schwarzenegger and no, that was Stallone and Kurt Russell.
George. Yep. Schwarzenegger.
What did I say? I didn't say that. No. Come on. Are you messing with me?
Hard R as well.
I just can't pronounce Schwarzenegger. Okay, Schwarzenegger. Whatever. He's the Schwartz.
I went to my neighbors.
Yeah.
I know, demonetized, hashtag cancelled, hashtag demonetized. This few things right today, but just going to show this one off quickly because after the Final Fantasy 16 stream, by the way, when this show's over, Final Fantasy 16 stream's getting fired back up again.
Oh.
This is the deluxe edition, nice and sealed. It's going to stay that way. There is I don't think you can see. You can actually see it. There's a plastic case there, which actually has my Xenogears 2, Xenosaga 2. Hey, Gary. So I'm going to take that. I'm going to put that in. This isn't going to get opened, and it looks like the steelbook that comes with that is the steelbook which we're going to see later on. I thought this. I swear to God. Amazon said that this is an Amazon specific one, although I've probably got that confused with Game, so I'm gonna have to buy the game again from Game to get the game's specific steelbook as steelbook. What's up, my Schwarzen? Oh, come on, Gary. But look, you see, George, it's an E.
That's what I said.
And Gary can't even fucking spell.
That is what I said. Schwarzenegger. I did it. I said Schwarzenegger. I don't know what you're hearing. I think you're messing with me. I hear it and it sounds fine.
And since we're talking Final Fantasy 16, here are the. Oh, actually, before I show that off. Do you know, I've got a Blu-ray that I want to show off.
Okay. Oh, Gene Hackman, French Connection.
2 movie pack, because the reason why I bought this, folks, is because the French Connection 1 and 2 are 2 movies, great movies from Gene Hackman, that have come under the woke hammer of censorship.
Are you kidding me?
No.
How can the French Connection? Okay,
there's stuff, because
wow.
So I picked these up because these are obviously physical media by Physical media. Do not rely on digital media. Physical media, folks. So this took a while to get here, but I'm glad that it did. So and I love French Connection 2.
Oh, brilliant.
Brilliant film. I
We
really
gotta talk
do
about that one day. Do a review on it. Gene Hackman, I think, put out
Doyle. Is it Popeye Doyle?
Yeah, Popeye Doyle. He put out work his entire life that I thought was ace. Enemy of the State was the last one that I really loved when he did with Will Smith.
This is the Final Fantasy 16 Collector's Edition Steelbook. Clive. And then Final Fantasy 16 on the back.
Who's the guy on the back or the front?
That's Clive. That's the main protagonist.
Got it.
That is the main protagonist. That is the game that comes with the collector's edition, which is the standard one. Which is thanks to Square Enix for giving me a digital deluxe code for free.
And what are you going to do with it?
Oh well, no, I did an early access stream. I couldn't. I might have announced it before we'd actually agreed to the code coming over, and then when then they said, "Are you interested?" And I was like, "Yeah, because I've already got the." Hey, dude, I've just spent like 400 fucking quid on this thing. All right, so fuck you with the shield business. And then they sent me the email and I go, right, the conditions of receiving the code, can't tell anyone.
But you told everybody. That's one down. Is this what you were masturbating to all week long?
Yes. Can't tell anyone. You're under embargo until 3 p.m. yesterday. So I was already like, I'd already told them that I was starting at 3 p.m. and I had so I just had to shut up after that. Well, we hadn't agreed. In all fairness, we hadn't agreed. We hadn't agreed until that other email came through. So after that, I had to keep stum. I said to them, what do I do? Because obviously I want to set up a stream. But one of the conditions is also you can't say that you're under embargo. So you can't say when the game releases for early access.
Oh, I thought that would be part of it. They want everyone to know when it releases.
No, because this is early access release.
Oh, you got early. You did more of the.
Yeah, I got it yesterday before it only came out. It came out today, but I got it yesterday.
Okay.
And so if I can't put this is the full game, but I obviously want to stream it. What do I do? And they were really cool about it. They'll go, there was a way around this. And what you do is you put up a Final Fantasy 16 stream, but you put that you're playing the demo.
Oh, I see.
Because the demo was out for everybody to do.
So how do you like it? How did you like it? That's what I'm really interested in. Is it the best game for you so far this year? 5 years? 2 years?
Well, I started playing at 3 p.m. yesterday afternoon, which is when the embargo lifted.
Right.
So during when the chat were coming through, like a couple of minutes before the embargo dropped, I was putting stuff in the chat like system error, title being hacked, thumbnail compromised. And so people in the chat like, what's going on? What's going on here? And then it hit like 3 o'clock and I was like, system compromised. Please refresh your screens. Title and thumbnail have been changed, have been altered. And then people refreshed the screens and it went full game. Let's go. Early access. Let's go.
I like that.
And I took every bit of every inch of Square's dick. So I actually streamed for 11 hours straight.
But you do that a lot. So how did you like it compared to Hogwarts?
Only if it's something really, really good. I'll do big streams 4, 5, 6 hours. But this was 11 hours straight, and I was like, I don't even want to stop.
Wasn't that what you did with Hogwarts and Conan?
Yeah, Hogwarts. I mean, Hogwarts was a big one where I did some big streams with Hogwarts, but that was a big game that was really, really got into, really involved, really got into. Chat were loving it. I was loving it. And yeah, I went through 11 hours yesterday into the early hours of the morning, and I loved it. Absolutely adored it.
So I'm hearing you love it more than that one. Which the one you just played? The
Gollum.
The zombie one a little while ago.
Resident Evil 4 remake. That was superb.
Okay.
That was superb. But there's no buts because that's unfair to Resident Evil 4 remake. But Resident Evil 4 has that word, remake. It's a remake of a game that we've already played. So even though they've altered some, certain stuff, and yes, of course, it's a ground built up game. You know the story beats to a degree. So it was great to play. Beautiful game, fantastic game. I thought the remake of Resident Evil 4 was phenomenal. This is a completely original game. This is a completely original game with the original story. I did another 3 hours just before this stream, so we're 14 hours into the game at the moment, and the story's just been chef's kiss. It's been sublime. Oh, it's been sublime, sublime. And all the weirdos are freaking out because it's set in medieval times on this planet, on this world, in medieval times, and
why are they freaking out?
It's in a specific area, right? So they want it geographically to reflect that. So everyone in this game's white.
Oh, I see. Gotcha.
So the weirdos are absolutely freaking out, and they're down voting it. This is the critics, not the people who are playing it. This is the critics.
No, well, yeah, the Wokorati
are down voting it because of lack of diversity and the fact that it doesn't have intersectional feminists in it. When it's
they're going to go down with that. They're going to go down. I mean, the people, whether it's games or Hollywood with this woke stuff.
Yeah, it's medieval Eurocentric. I mean, there's some areas that I've been to that just like fucking hell. I could walk out my house into a wood, and it would look like this. Just look like UK. And so they just wanted it to be from a specific area, and when Yoshi P, who's the producer, and when he was questioned about the lack of diversity, he said, well, we're concentrating on, it fits the story for this insular area. And we're actually focusing on the characters as opposed to colors of people's skin. And that, of course, drives people crazy, freaks crazy, because all they care about is superficiality, the color of the skin, where they take it, which orifice,
I have never seen such shallow people.
Which are the 26,554 genders they're identifying as that a week?
To think that Martin Luther King died fighting so everybody one day, for his dream, that content of character, not color of skin.
Yes, and everything that he stood for from his philosophical, that's the word I'm trying to desperately say, from his philosophical standpoint. Everything they stood for on a philosophical level, the woke mob are trying to do exactly the antithesis of that. They want segregation. They don't want equality. They want equity. All that kind of bullshit. So, playing the story, and yes, I'm a Final Fantasy fan of the franchise, but there's Final Fantasies that I didn't like. I didn't like Final Fantasy 13 at all. It was dreadful. Okay. I do struggle with Final Fantasy 12. I've never finished it. I do like some of the characters, but the main character is not engaging. Vaughn is not engaging. Balthier and Fran, wonderful characters.
You've got to tell me one day, what is because I don't know. I know nothing about Final Fantasy except for a couple of the characters that you mentioned. What is the overall story? Because these all seem different.
Each one's a different one.
No, but there's no overarching story.
No,
that connects
they're
them
all
together?
set in different worlds, different people.
Okay.
Here are the banners. You get the banners, the cloth banners, all of the banners. So you can put these on flags because they've got the.
Gotcha.
So these are all the different banners from the different realms in the kingdoms, which are beautiful. So I'm just gonna put those back because I'll do something with that.
You're gonna use them?
Yeah, I think so. Although the bastard who put these into the container didn't put them in correctly, and so the corner's bent on one of them. Now I've got to flatten that corner. Anyway, you didn't see Gryffindor. You weren't looking hard enough. That's why. You weren't looking hard enough. So yeah, the story, like 15. A lot of people have some issues with 15. A lot of people just don't plain like it. I like it, but I can certainly see where people have issues. I had my issues with 15 as well. But it was, okay, Final Fantasy game.
So is this your favorite Final Fantasy game then so far?
My favorite is 10. I mean, I haven't got to the end of this one yet. So we're still, and it's new and fresh. So obviously you've got that new, fresh kind of, you need to let things settle down.
Right.
So you need to, come back in 6 months' time and say, where do you think 16 fits in there? But so far, the story has been exemplary. The combat is so good.
What do you like about it?
It's the combat's done by the same people that did Devil May Cry.
Okay.
And so it's got this. You got this really nice flowing combo ability chaining combat, which always keeps it really fast, really frenetic. You don't have a lot of downtime waiting for shit to come off cooldown. And obviously, the further on in the game you get, and the more abilities you get, and the more things that sort of unlock along the way. I'll keep it very non-specific in case you want to, there were times that I was doing some insane shit today. In the little stream I did earlier, little 3-hour stream that went past in the blink of an eye earlier, I was doing some fucking insane shit. And if you ever wanted to see a summon do what summon should in Final Fantasy, and people who know Final Fantasy know what I mean when I say a summon, this game actually has, this to me is how summons should be, how they should feel, how they should be. So yeah. So that's by the way, this was the cloth map that you get as well.
You're gonna frame it?
Yeah, I'd like to get that framed. I think that'd be a nice little thing to frame. And then just put no, I'm not gonna say what I'm gonna say. And then
okay.
There's this little box. This is the collector's edition. There's this box that came with it, and if we open this one and slip this out, yeah, I mean, is it better than Gollum?
Who are you kidding? I can tell you.
Here's the steel book that comes with that, which I think is the steel book which comes with the digital deluxe as well. Which is beautiful. And then there's Clive on the back again. So I think that's the one that also came with the Amazon Digital Deluxe. So I think I must have seen the game specific steelbook, and for some reason I've confused Amazon having one as well. And I just put this over, I'm just trying to not get fingerprints on it, or too many. Then you have all the different seals from the different kingdoms. So these are the icon seals. So you've got like Shiva, Garuda, I think that's Ramu. That looks like probably Bahamut, but it kind of looks like Leviathan. Then you've got like Ifrit. I think that's actually Bahamut, Titan, Odin. So these pins are nice. I'd like to put this in some sort of, there's a case here, but I'd like to keep that nice and protected. And then one more thing that came with the collector's edition was, I'm gonna go full screen. It's plastic, but it's really nicely done. It's a plastic statue and it's light, but it's beautifully done. It's really, really nicely done. Got Ifrit and Phoenix fighting. Ifrit. I'm throwing away the package. Apart from the outer box, lovely. I think that's pretty. That's a pretty nice. Considering, like I said, it's plastic. It's very well detailed. Very, very nicely. Hello, can we get a hello? Focus, please. Why are you not focused? You're on autofocus. Why aren't you autofocusing? There we go. Let's get it right up there. So yeah, the Ifrit and the Phoenix fighting. Oh, that's lovely. Oh, that's lovely. Oh, that's lovely. Where have you gone? George is gone. Just like this shit. I'm out. So it's a plastic statue. It weighs, nothing. But it looks really nice. It's actually a really nice.
It was nice, and that came with it, or that was something extra you had to pay for.
Well, that's with the collector's edition. That's the big collector's.
No, I was grabbing what I was going to show.
Okay.
Yeah. I've just gotten this. I just got this, and I've been looking for it for a very, very long time.
Giggity. That's what she said and all that. So yeah, that statue's going to go. Going to go into one of the glass cabinets, not the Nodgy case cabinet, but one of the glass cabinets.
So you're going to play it all weekend?
I'm going to play it until I drop dead.
I gotcha.
I just want to play it.
Yeah,
it's one of those beautiful games you just like. I need to get back on. I am looking at the time. Like, okay, we're 41 minutes into the stream. 1 hour 19 minutes tops. We're going for further.
Wow, beaten out by a video game.
No, I always try and do these around 2 hours, between an hour and a half and 2 hours.
Hold on 1 second. Get off your mother. There we go. Little bastards. You know what I hate are all the pegs.
I'm just going to go full screen with you then.
Yes, I'm just now putting together. Look, I've been waiting for this guy. I guess you'll have to wait in a second. Here you go. I've been waiting for him. It's an old one, but I've been waiting for Chewy for a long time.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I have been waiting for him for a long time. And I haven't futzed with him to fix his hair and do all that kind of stuff. But out of the box.
Is this
the original?
Second-hand market? Yeah, it's this second-hand market then.
Yeah, but I found one sealed.
That must have cost a pretty penny.
I traded the guy.
Okay.
So I actually, he had it up there for like $800, and so I had texted him, email, communicated with him, and I said, "Are you interested in any figures? Because I'm getting rid of a lot." He said, "Yeah, I have this one figure that I've been trying to get rid of forever." He wanted the figure from Kill Bill. So I said, "Yeah, I got it." That was
bride or who?
No, not the bride. The one in white, the female, the one in Japan, the beautiful scene.
Lucy Liu.
Lucy Liu. He wanted Lucy Liu, and I had 2 of those.
Oh.
And so I was like, "You can have it if you want this." He's like, "You do that?" I'm like, "Yeah, if it's mint, not mint."
Yeah.
Send me pictures. This. I'm like, "There you go." So you can see this is a great figure. It's because I saw the remake. of Chewy. And it was at a comic store 6 months ago, and they had both of them. I just didn't like them. They said it's the same. I go, it's not the same. There's something wrong with the hair. But this one, Renishi. Yeah, that's correct. But she was played by Lucy Liu. That's what I was trying to remember. Great figure. And what I was trying to put together was his damn, his bow.
But isn't it a bowcaster?
Yeah, bowcaster.
Yeah.
But
nice.
Yeah, it's a really good figure. And so I've picked up some old figures lately. I was like, because I don't like anything modern that's coming out, except for the ones that I'm waiting for. So I started looking around for everything else.
Yeah, the only figures that I said the only figures. I have ordered the Michael Keaton Batman. I have ordered the Flash.
Oh.
Because even though the Flash is not a good film, I do love the costume. I do think the new costume in the film is actually really nice. So at least it's going to be a Flash in a pretty much in a Flash costume. And I did manage to snag,
which,
even though we tore it to pieces.
Don't tell me.
I did snag myself one.
You come on. Is this so you could resell it? That I could understand.
But I mean, possibly. I don't think it's getting opened.
Yeah. Because it's horrible what they did to him.
Yeah, but the exclusives, they sort of skyrocket real quick.
I do.
There's such limited numbers. And I do love the stand. I mean, the stand's great. But Oh, this is without doubt a very lazy figure. Both of them are. They're both very, very lazy figures for Warner Brothers 100. Very
horrible.
So yeah, I just thought it's probably going to stay boxed, and I'll keep hold of that.
I ordered the Wonder Woman, but this one I was like, yeah, I turned it down.
I missed out on the Wonder Woman. I missed out. It was already waitlisted.
You'll get it. You'll get it. The one that I was waitlisted that I couldn't believe that I missed was I wanted the black Boba Fett, the original. I just like
the way black.
I like the way they put out this black Boba Fett, and it was a beautiful figure. Did you see, by the way, Inart's new Harry Potter?
No, because it would be nice to have my Inart's Joker.
Why? You could just.
I've been waiting for fucking ages.
Now you know how I feel.
No, it's not. I get Harry Kim 3 weeks before you situation. It's how long have I had that on pre-order now? A year and a half?
Same as me.
Maybe more.
Mine's supposed to come in next week.
Supposed to.
This is actually supposed to. It's gonna come in, but this is really good. So they have a rooted hair one. They have a rooted hair one, and they have obviously sculpted.
Are you gonna get it?
Yeah, I ordered it.
I don't think I will.
I like everything that came with it.
It's nice, but the price of this, I'll put that money into the mortgage fund.
Well, of course. Yeah, I don't order every figure, but no, I really like this figure.
Hey.
I'm actually thinking of giving it to my sister. She's a Harry Potter nut.
My kitty cat's just come in.
What is it?
My kitty cat's just come in screaming at me.
Oh, did you not feed her?
No, she's been fed. She's been watered. She's been given
love.
Too many treats today. She's been given love. She's been outside. she shouted at me to let her out, and then when I went out to the neighbors to pick up the stuff which Amazon didn't even attempt to deliver here, she screamed at me to let her back in the house.
Wow.
So I'm her fucking doorman as well. Now she's out.
Did you see Infinity Studios put out another Lord of the Rings half scale? This time of Gimli. Beautiful.
Oh yeah, that looks really nice.
Wow.
It looks really nice, but I ain't got the space for that. Dude, I'm already buying statues at the minute, and I don't have room for them. And
but when you get your home,
I might make an offer for a statue tomorrow.
Yeah. Oh. Which one?
I'm not saying.
Oh.
I'm not saying until we strike a deal. But I have purchased 2 statues off this person already.
Mm-hmm.
First statue I got at full price. Second statue, I actually made them an offer and they took it.
Okay.
And you know, like, it was a bit of a cheeky offer because it was like, she says no problem, you know. But she said, okay. So I'm gonna have a crack at this statue.
What was the first statue that you picked up?
First statue that I picked up was the Leon Kennedy from Resident Evil 4 original.
Okay.
Which was the number 1 out of 500.
Wow.
And it comes with a certificate of authenticity and obviously number 1 on the base and all that. 1 of 500. So that was why no. And then the second one where I said, hey, here's an offer, was the Lara Croft statue that I showed off on stream. And she said, yeah, okay. Go for it. I don't think there's massive amounts of Lego that's coming out in July. There's a couple of things. But I don't think there's huge amounts coming out in July.
There isn't nothing that I found, but I really I haven't pulled the trigger yet on the Bat Cave, which I've wanted to. I keep looking at it every day.
Why not?
I don't know why. I just haven't. It's one of those things that I'm going to regret. This new figure came out. I don't know if you remember. There was a series that Hardy put out called Taboo.
Yes.
Brilliant. Well, I like the series. brilliant, maybe too far, but and so this company's put together a figure of it.
Gary might like that because he really likes Taboo.
Yeah, I haven't seen one. I've only seen customs of it, but it looks pretty decent.
Well, it is Ezra Miller's Flash, yes, because that's the Flash from the Flash film. So,
did you get the deluxe one with the ring?
Yeah,
because the ring looks cool.
Yeah, Flash ring's cool. That, I mean, you can, that's sort of that's from the comics, so you could put that in a little display somewhere, little display somewhere.
Yeah, I ordered that. What I'm really hoping for, again, I haven't seen the film. I've heard a little bit about it from you. I've watched your review. I've watched all the trailers. I really would like, after looking at the Hot Toys display that they had in Hong Kong, that they release all those Batman suits. That's what I would really love.
After seeing the film, I don't know if I would pick them all up at all.
Really? They did
no,
look good in the film, or?
No, look, I think I want to pick up the Sasha Calle Supergirl, which is going to come out
next week, I think, or is it the week after?
It's next couple of weeks or so. It's not far away from being announced. Do I as regards to the bat suits? Maybe the 89 one, the 92 one, and the blue with the pants.
Really?
The others.
I thought you would gobble all everything Batman there.
I mean,
I'm just surprised.
It depends. For number one, it really depends their price point. Because I ain't paying $300 fucking.
I don't think they're going to go that high. I think only one of them. Yeah.
I ain't paying that. No, because there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then of course the one I've already got, which is the 7th. So there you go.
And you got the 89 Deluxe?
Yes.
The 89 so I'm late, Deluxe. Boys. I totally forgot I had to take my car in for servicing today. So
it's always good to see you.
Always good to see you. I'm very sad about the rich people that died at the bottom of the ocean. Don't mean to derail the conversation.
No, I'm trying to gauge whether that's legit or
oh no. As a matter of fact, I'll tell you something interesting. Despite anyone who is wealthy, I mean, if I was wealthy, I too, if I could go to the moon and pay for it, I would go. And one of those people, one of your British citizens, or he actually, I don't know, the Pakistani rich guy, he was on it with his 18-year-old son. And
I didn't know.
Yeah, he had 2 college degrees. He's one of the richest men in Pakistan, but he had a degree from the United States and he had a degree in Britain. He went to school and he took his son on this trip. And his son, I think, was 18.
I mean, money affords you the ability to do stuff. I mean, money affords you the ability to travel places.
Yeah, I mean,
there's no real difference with wanting to travel to, I don't know, Outer Mongolia, than go down and see the Titanic.
Yeah, and it's what a horrible way to go.
Yes,
and to know, I mean, who knows? Hopefully, it was quick and painless. But if they're saying they found a debris field, and what's been interesting for me is like we on this show talk about. By the way, I completely derailed the conversation, but we talk about stuff that we love. We live here on this planet for such a fleeting amount of time, and to have stuff that we really like we're fortunate. We're fortunate, whether it's action figures or movies or comics or novels or whatever it is we love. It's so great that we have things that we love. And I've been thinking about that, that we're afforded to live in a time. Can you imagine living 1,000 years ago?
No. We live better today than royalty of 150 years ago.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Yeah, and
you're talking about even people who don't have money live better than most.
Yes,
did 1,000 years ago. Yeah, you're not talking about being wealthy to wealthy. Yeah,
absolutely. I'm talking about.
I'm talking somebody like you or I or the chat. Yeah. We live better than royalty from 150 years ago.
I mean, I was thinking about at the Toyota dealership. I dropped off my car for its normal servicing. And I couldn't help but equate the fact that I have a car that I get to take for normal servicing to do this thing.
Mm-hmm.
And, how many people in the world don't? And how many people, I kept thinking about these guys one of them was a British billionaire. He had $1 billion in the bank. How many people are employed by that guy? How many people's livelihoods come from what that guy was doing?
Mm-hmm.
You know, and okay, so he wanted. It's not like he was going. He wasn't Jeffrey Epsteining it. He was an adventurer that liked to go to the South Pole and go to the bottom of the ocean and do all these things. And you know, that zest for life. I mean, he was a kid once. He wasn't just born with $1 billion.
Right.
And
I don't understand why people are trying to equate, or trying to turn this into something just because these people are rich.
Well, you know, don't we all want to be rich?
No, but I'm saying.
That's what I mean.
I'm seeing way too many callous people that just because these people are rich are seeing it some sort of fucking gotcha.
Yeah,
and it's just like, Jesus Christ, is this how far we've fallen now?
I think it is. I mean, but look, we've all been engineered to. Social media has been weaponized against us for 10 years at least, and we have been programmed to hate because when they need us to hate, it's easier to do so. And it's right out of any playbook. I mean, the 20th century is full of that playbook. Let's turn people into people who hate, and that way it's easier to manipulate them to get rid of who we need to get rid of.
I mean, from what I can gather, because I did a little bit of looking into this submarine in general and this tour in general, and the whole process seemed I wouldn't ever do it.
No, and that ship was not. It was not. It was completely ramshackle.
Yeah, you can't stand in it. It's too small to stand in. You are sat with barely any leg room, and you're sat for the duration of the whole journey. And the journey's 10 hours. So you've got to be there for 10 hours without being able to move, without being able to piss, without being able to shit. You know, the whole experience. I mean, as somebody, I'm not a big confined spaces kind of a guy. It would be the absolute biggest nightmare of my life in general.
Yeah.
Going in the air and going below sea are two things I don't want anything to do with.
Yeah.
I'm a human. I'm a biped. That's my business. My business is to walk on terra firma.
But you'd get along with my family. I've always wanted to go into space. Like the 10 minutes, 20 minutes. Yeah, but not bottom. I dive, but like that, no, I don't like that.
But people will do that, you know?
So I didn't mean that you were talking about $300 when I jumped in.
Well, I was talking about I'm not paying $300. George asked me if they release all those bat suits from The Flash, are you going to get those bat suits? And I said, probably not. Having seen The Flash, I don't mind getting The Flash, Michael Keaton and Sasha Calle. But now, would I get these others? I mean, if they were like $300 a pop, no way,
Well, I know you're going to get at least Dark Flash.
To be remotely interested,
but they couldn't get that money
price
without.
Point would have to be somewhere.
Without
you're not
bodies.
Getting Dark Flash. You're not going to jump on Dark Flash when it comes.
No,
out?
God, no. No.
See, I have to tell you guys, I will die on this hill. I really like The Flash.
Well, dude, you're dead.
You know what? I found it to be wildly entertaining. I had a smile on my face the whole time when I watched it.
I have not seen it yet, so but say whatever you want. Spoilers don't bother me. Like
no, but everyone hates it. Like really hates it. And I
just want to see the Ben Affleck scene.
But I usually think that I'm pretty spot on with my understanding of movies and how people like them. But on this, I was completely wrong. And
was there anything you didn't like, Robert, about it?
Well, what I find so interesting is like I get the idea they've wanted to lean into the Flashpoint story for a really long time. This whole idea of multiverse.
Well, it didn't do in this film.
Well, yeah. I mean, and the thing is, I really like the animated Flashpoint movie that they released.
Mm-hmm.
I thought it was pretty cool. I really like. I was
because
a fan.
They used reversed Flash. Just little thing. Did they have reverse Flash in this film?
No.
Well, no. Kind of like you need that for Flashpoint.
Yeah, no, and
the fact that he's trying to prevent his mother's death and the killer's never even mentioned once in the whole film is a little bit weird.
Yeah, it's weird. I mean,
See, why do movies do that? That is a question I've been wanting to ask you, even though I haven't seen it. Why would you have Flashpoint being the foundation of the film, but then you don't have Reverse Flash?
Well, I'm
curious. But that to me is like the core of this. You need Reverse Flash.
But it's like this is Flash. Well, it's not even Flashpoint in name, but it's trying to take certain elements from Flashpoint. But you might as well just call it anything that Marvel really calls theirs. It's such a tenuous link to whatever they're trying to do. Secret War.
And what about Bruce's father being the new, the Batman and the guns, the whole
Thomas Wayne?
Yeah.
Well, no, because now we're having Bruce Wayne from a different.
I know. I'm just
reality.
saying, but this is the problem that I'm finding a lot of the changes that they're making in the superhero films, like
because the people that make them, George, don't read any of this. They don't care about any of this. They're just like, right, let's get this guy in. Let's get this guy in. Let's get this person in. And then they're like, yeah, but this has got nothing to do with the storytelling. Don't matter. Ram them in there.
Right. I get that. But I'm saying how it can create a problem for them from a business standpoint. Because you have the comic fans who, when they're going to hear the basis of the story originally, are going to go, okay, let me see if I'm intrigued. Well, if you're going to stick to Flashpoint and they know it, or you're going to somewhat faithfully kind of adapt it, cool. But if you don't and you just use the name, you've lost them, right? So now you're going to have the normies who don't know shit about it. So if it's not a tight story, you're going to lose them. That's what I'm like. It's like they're trying to mix multiple recipes together to get what? What is the end goal? Besides, it doesn't seem like it's money because you need entertainment for that. And I'll qualify that. I have not seen it.
Dude, this was one of the major criticisms that virtually everybody had about Batman v Superman. Is that you were trying to combine too many iconic stories into one film, and it just came off as a fucking disaster. You don't combine the death of Superman with the fucking Dark Knight with Zod.
No, I listen. I think I'm gonna do a show on this. You know, if you look at any great hero's journey.
Right.
I think the problem with, and this seems odd to say, but I think the problem with modern superhero films is their central characters are no longer on a hero's journey.
I agree.
They're stuffed into generic storylines, like in terms of Flashpoint, time travel, something is different and they have to stop that from happening. That's not personal. That comes from outside. And the thing about, and it's funny because Kevin Feige loves Star Trek. He's a huge Star Trek fan.
Really?
Yeah. And with Next Generation,
I hope he goes nowhere near it.
Well, in Next Generation, in the third season, they brought in a new head writer named Michael Piller. And the first two seasons of Star Trek: The Next Generation, they tried to make it like the original series, where external forces would come and the crew would deal with it. And Michael Piller said, no, it's not working. What we need to do is each one of these stories has to first begin with one of our main characters. There has to be something our main characters either want or need, or something is going on personally with them, and the story comes out of that. And if you look at the MCU that we all love, call it the Infinity Saga MCU, the first three, Iron Man 1, Thor 1, and Captain America, are perfect examples of focusing on our principal characters, and something was going on with them where they had to change.
Yes.
So regardless of whether they were superheroes or gods or whatever, they were individuals that we understood. And the reason we love these characters so much is, the accoutrements, the powers, the technology, all that's great. That's the special sauce that we slather on these stories that we love so much. But still, at the core, we all want to be Steve Rogers. We all want to be that. We are all those skinny well, maybe not so much anymore, but those skinny underdogs that are given, in a sense, when Tommy Lee Jones looks at Steve Rogers, he doesn't look at somebody. He didn't love Steve Rogers because he was big and strong, and Stanley Tucci, they looked at a guy who was thin and a nothing, shorter than everyone.
Yeah, but do you know what he said? Tommy Lee Jones said. He said, "I don't care."
Right.
That's a fugitive joke.
I understand that.
No,
but you try to go.
I'm shouting at the imaginary audience that don't get it.
I don't care.
Yeah, that's when you had Harrison
I didn't
Ford.
kill my wife.
I don't care.
I don't care.
But that was the whole. I mean, that was the thing. And then Steve Rogers is who he is before he's Captain America. You know, and he brings that quality of humanity and strength, true strength, inner strength to the character, and that's what makes Captain America Captain America. It's because Steve Rogers was that underdog, wimpy guy that even though he got beat up, he would stand up again and fight, even though he knew he was going to lose. You know, and so the character journey, and I understand that the Flash, but I mean, somebody killed his mother and he wants to save his mom and all that, but that's an external thing. It's not internal. Like, okay, we all wish we could save the life of somebody that we loved. I get all that. But how do you as a character, how are you going to change? What is your journey? Saving your mom's life doesn't mean you're going to change. It's something you always wanted. It's something everybody would want, but you fundamentally aren't a different character. And the movie, the Flash ends with him going, what the? Well, that's not somebody who's transformed. He's the same character he was in the beginning of the movie.
Well, I mean, folks, if you don't want to hear these Flash spoilers for the next couple of minutes, block your ears. I'll do this. That means you can unmute the stream. To me, the big problem, I mean, there was stuff that I liked in the film. There was stuff that I didn't like in the film. And I did pop when George Clooney got out of the car at the end. He was like, who the fuck are you? Because I thought that was funny. I thought that was actually quite a good use of an S-bomb right there. But the problem was that nothing was resolved at the end of the film.
Right.
So the film was a waste of fucking time.
Did they leave it open for?
Because the moral of the story of the film was things happen, and instead of looking back to fix them, which you can't do, and time was making sure that couldn't happen. Let's just say in this, you need to look forward and move forward. You know,
right? But did they leave it open for a sequel? Is that what you're saying, or was completely unresolved? Because I was reading that they're saying
it's unresolved because when you do all the lovey-dovey, you know, Barry, you're gonna have to let your mom die.
Yeah.
You know, you need to go back and you need to make sure that she does die, so we repair everything and we can go back. So he does that, and you get all the heart-to-heart scenes with the mum. I personally thought they were saccharine. I didn't bite tonight at all.
Okay.
So you have your heart-to-heart. I think mainly because Ezra Miller's a fucking god-awful actor. And then he does all the things. He reverses everything so that the events will take place and his mum dies. And then the universe, you know, douche. And then, no, he's in a completely different universe now. He's in the wrong fucking universe at the end. So it was just like...
What was the point of that then?
What was the fucking point then? Because that world's died. So that world's died because Zod's fucking destroyed that world now. Because they can't stop Zod. He can't stop him. So Zod's fucking killed that world. That's now completely gone. Barry's now in a completely different universe and nothing's been fixed. And then we just get cameo at the end, George Clooney going, hi.
I think that's a very fair assessment. And so there's nothing for an audience at the end. There's no catharsis.
No,
there's no. And one of the reasons I got a show, since it's a toy show, I did get
because hold on, Rob, because
I did get
at the end
week.
of the film, with him reversing everything back the way it should, he makes another little change which makes his father get off the murder of his mum after 20 odd years, whatever. But that's not his dad.
Right.
Because he's in the wrong universe, so it's a different father. So it's all got. He didn't save his father. He didn't save his mother. He didn't reset things the way it should be. He did nothing.
Well, how do you know that the father in that new universe wasn't actually the killer?
Well, you don't know anything because it's this is the whole fucking thing. It's now you've been put in another world of fucking meaningless shit.
Well, and what's really interesting is we found out this week. I mean, there was the pictures of Michael Keaton in a suit on the
Daniel
steps.
is right. Daniel is absolutely spot on. He'd never learned a thing.
Right, exactly.
He reversed things so his mum would die but he changed something else so his father would get off, and it changed everything. So he learned nothing. He went on no journey.
That's exactly what I'm talking about. And I think, I think at the end, that's why people didn't dig it. That's why people are because they feel like, they showed that they filmed 3 different endings, and that's come out. And then one of the endings had basically Michael Keaton and Henry Cavill and the Justice League and Sasha Calle or whatever, a different Justice League, were on the steps of the courthouse at the end of the movie. That's where those shots of Michael Keaton in the suit came from.
Okay.
And they said that they changed that ending. And I'm like, at least that would have shown that Barry allowed somebody to survive, that the Supergirl did live and that Michael Keaton's Batman did live. But like you said, nothing has changed, nothing. And it's something that I've been grappling with, like, why do so many people I really respect, they don't just, I didn't like it, they hate this movie.
But you still like it. So what is it that's my original question, so we can get to the toys. What is the thing that drew you to it, that you say this was fun, even though you just said you didn't have all these pieces?
You know what? I'll tell you, I've been thinking a lot about that too. I have read so many comics and so many novels and watched so many TV shows. And I think that when it comes to superheroics, I mean, sometimes like Thor Love and Thunder and Quantum I really hated. Like I hated Thor Love and Thunder. Hated it.
Yes, because it was garbage.
But I think in the case there was too much stuff in Flashpoint or in the Flash that I'm just Pavlovian response that have been preconditioned to like, and to not really, and to keep in mind, I've only seen the movie.
We call that cope now.
Yeah, I've only seen it once. And, there was so much in it that I just enjoyed seeing and I just enjoyed watching. But, and I was at CinemaCon and I was kind of bedazzled that I'd have to say that my critical acumen was not as sharp in terms of the film as I can't defend it because I've listened to everybody's complaints and I'm like, that's valid.
No, I on FNT, Ryan and I were the most lenient towards the film. I mean, I gave it a 5 out of 10, and I'm being lenient towards the film. But I had the exact same response. I mean, even during FNT, I was just like, yeah, they're like, you're coping. I'm like, yes, I'm fucking coping.
Right.
Because I'm seeing Michael fucking Keaton in a Batman fucking costume again.
Right.
I'm seeing the scene, Wayne Manor set up like it was in 89. I'm seeing, the Batcave. I'm seeing little things. Yes, I am fucking coping. The film's awful.
So you had cognitive dissonance. You were stressing out because you had a piece of it that you liked.
Not cognitive. Not cognitive dissonance, because there were things that I legitimately liked. Right. I wasn't seeing something and my reaction wasn't responding to the way that what was going on. So I wasn't going, yay, to something I was hating. No, if I didn't like it, I didn't like it.
No, I mean, you had something that you liked plus something that you didn't like in the same film. That's what I'm trying to make.
Well, there's something I like. I mean, that goes by scene basis, though, doesn't it? Not with every film that we see. But there was like the Ben Affleck Batman scene at the beginning is great.
Yeah, you said it was.
It's really, really good.
That whole opening sequence was a great.
Well, I didn't know, but I didn't like the Barry bit. I didn't like the Barry bit with the hospital because I thought that was awful. It looked awful.
The baby thing you told me?
Yeah, the baby thing I thought was dreadful. But then he'd cut to Ben Affleck, and you have this really good chase scene with Batman, and he's putting all these gadgets and he's getting all these, his motorcycle doing all this kind of great stuff, and that was good. Wonder Woman turning up, nice. Nice little. The whole little thing was nice there. Then we had this huge stretch of 45 minutes of Barry's. And it was dreadful. Like, I was just like, fuck this. And then Michael Keaton comes in. They don't bring him in quite the way I'd like, but okay. But then when he goes into Batman mode, I'm liking that. They go and save Sasha Calle. She's not Henry Cavill, she's Supergirl. I'm actually surprised at how good she was at Supergirl. Yeah. They have as brief an arc as it is with her, but they do have an arc with her, and I liked it. So I'm liking Sasha Calle. I'm thinking if she had a bit more to go with, it would have been better.
She was really good.
Yeah.
And you said they even explained it, how she could be a different version of Supergirl. That's what you were telling me. That was a really good explanation from
Well, yeah, there's an explanation, yes.
Yeah, okay.
And Michael Keaton, when he's fighting in the silo, great. It's an awesome fight scene. When he's doing the Zod stuff, I liked it when he's fighting fake Non. That was really good. The problem with the Flash is the fucking Flash. And this so I'm watching certain things and I'm like, yeah, I like that bit. And then you just go into another scene and you're just like, oh man. And then you go into something else and you're like, oh, I quite like that. And then it goes back and like, oh no. So it's a weird yin yang juxtaposition of these scenes, some of them working and some of them just missing completely. And if the film decided to actually go, you don't even have to follow, because I know you can't follow in movie, you can't follow comic book runs so specifically. You got too much limited time. So they should have easily though followed more of the Flashpoint beats if that's what you wanted to do. It should have been Thomas Wayne. You could have still had Michael Keaton as Thomas Wayne if you wanted to. You could have made it meta in that direction if you so chose. But I would have gone with Jeffrey Dean Morgan. I would have gone with Jeffrey Dean Morgan as Thomas Wayne. Perfect age. Yeah. Great looking guy. Good condition. He could be a superb Thomas Wayne. Then you could have actually had Eobard Thawne as the main villain, as opposed to this stupid Black Flash. And when you discover the whole thing about Black Flash, it's stupid. Stupid. So you could have had Eobard Thawne. If you wanted to change Superman to Supergirl in this instance, Sasha Calle probably still would have worked. But they wanted to do this hodgepodge mess of we want to give you member berries, sort of point to a direction of a comic run that was great, but not go there. And then try and tie it back into Man of Steel, but not, while having this fucked up Black Flash nonsense, which was so obvious from the very first fucking moment you saw him what was going on.
Tell me how you really feel.
So it's not cognitive dissonance. It's I think frustration more than anything.
No, it's true. I mean, that said, I did get a toy that I really liked this week.
Sure.
The Rogue.
I got the Rogue. The animated series Rogue.
Very nice.
This is a really great, I love my X-Men. I have a lot of third-party X-Men. I got the So-So Gambit.
Where did you get that from?
This is So-So Toys.
Oh, so it's not a licensed.
No. But what's really interesting about this is it comes with two. People are complaining about the head sculpt, and I'm like,
no, the head sculpt is great.
There's two different ones. I put she's kind of smiling. It comes with a other head sculpt too, and it's really interesting. Here, I'll show you how the head sculpt works. But the outfit, look at this out.
It's great. It's got some great
printing there. It's so good, and you can choose to put the leather jacket on or off. I love this, and I had her next to Gambit, holding Gambit's waist. That's why she's posed this way. But this figure is really, really great, and because I have a whole X-Men display, but I have to show you, it's really neat what they did. And some people are complaining about the head sculpt, and I'm like, but she's not based on an actress. It's not like Anna Paquin. It's
from the animated series.
Yeah, it's from the animated series. So, and I love the outfit. I think they did a great job. But what's really interesting, what I really liked about this, she doesn't really come with accessories other than hands. But so there are these, and I thought this was kind of innovative as far as toys go. So you've got two different head sculpts. I want to show you how it works. So here's the serious head sculpt, right?
Yeah.
And I love that head sculpt, and it's got two magnets in it, and how it works. And I really love this. Let me pop off her head. So how it works is the white of her hair pops off,
Mhm.
and then the back of her hair pops off. So you have she's kind of got a smirk, a rogue-esque smirk, or you've got the serious head sculpt, and then it's really easy to do. And I thought this was a very elegant, cool way. You pop it on, you can make her a samurai if you want. And then you just take the white of her hair, and wait, did I get that right? There we go. And pop it on, and then you've got her serious head sculpt.
I think it works.
Yeah, and then it's really easy to do. I thought that was pretty innovative. I haven't really seen that before. And then you just pop her head on, and she's serious rogue.
But I prefer my rogue a bit livelier.
Yeah, that's why I like the smile. But the outfit is just really great, and it's I really am a fan of So-So Toys, and they're doing a great job. And when you put her with the So-So Gambit, it's really cool.
Well, I got the Gambit, the Wolverine, and the Cyclops from Sideshow.
Right.
So, but did you get the Mondo ones, the Sideshow ones, or you didn't get
the Sideshow Cyclops is amazing.
Yeah.
What about Mondo? They've been putting them out. Have you seen
they're but they're too cartoony.
Oh, okay.
Whereas the Sideshow ones are like adapting the cartoon, but making them look, like that, basically. Not, sort of like a hybrid between realistic and cartoony. Gotcha. So if they did a rogue, Sideshow did like a rogue like that, I would snap it up.
Sabretooth is who I want. I ordered the Mondo Sabretooth because it's the one from the cartoon, from the animated series, because I haven't seen anyone else make a real Sabretooth.
My those are in storage now, folks. I'll see if I've got any pictures.
I've got a third-party Sabretooth from Wolverine, the movie.
Yeah, but you're talking about the film from Wolverine Origins.
Yeah.
That was the guy who played Ray Donovan. No, I'm talking about the Sabretooth from, I guess, the first X-Men film and from the comics.
Liev Schreiber.
Schreiber.
I'm also doing some display stuff, so I finally popped my Judge Anderson out of her package.
Got one.
I love this figure. This was actually sent to me by a viewer to go with
what?
my Carl Urban. Yeah, man.
Send me the Carl Urban.
I have that.
I don't.
I'm making a shelf of cops. So I have like RoboCop, Judge Dredd, Beverly Hills Cop, Vincent Hanna from Heat. So
I don't have the Wolverine pick, but I do have this Cyclops.
Yeah, I love that Cyclops.
That is so good. So good, that Cyclops. I should have put the hand there. That's what I should have done. I should have put that. I can do that still. But I don't think I took a photo, at least not on Instagram, of the Wolverine. Probably, maybe on Twitter, on Hot Toys Twitter, but that's banned. Oopsies!
Yeah, but this is the one that I'm talking about. Look at this real quick. This is the one that I had ordered. I think it's the best one I've seen, even though it's cartoony, like we said.
It's great. Yeah, it's great. If that was like that other one, and also, I love the fact that they're in cloth outfits.
Yeah,
on the Sideshow ones.
That's what I wish. I wish I had what you're talking about, but this, just like
just imagine that was fur.
Yes, I agree.
And that was a clothed outfit. Oh, come on, that'd be so
I agree. I think it would be great, but I haven't seen anyone do it. Well, I just got back from the painter, my repainted Lestat. I think I showed it originally.
Wait, what?
A few weeks ago, I had showed it, but it was having issues with the paint. You see?
Where did you get that?
It's a custom from they did a run a couple of years ago.
Bro, that's really good. I'm a huge Vampire Lestat fan. Boy, how did Tom Cruise not make them adapt that novel? I will never know. That book is one of my favorite books I've ever read.
Oh God, I love Anne Rice.
In terms of horror novels or whatever, the book. If you guys have not read The Vampire Lestat, it's so good.
The whole series is pretty good up until you get to Memnoch the Devil, and that's good. After Memnoch the Devil, it kind of shits the bed.
Yeah, it's not good.
But no, this and then
that's a really nice figure.
Yeah, thanks. So it finally got
me, George.
It finally got painted because it was having some issues. But I think
I got a figure.
Yeah. Let's see your figure.
Keeps fucking complaining about Jeff Johns for some reason.
Oh, it came in. Wow.
Now, how is that? You know, I'm dying to get it. What do you think? How is it?
It comes with a ton of accessories. I like it.
The third arm?
If I turn all the lights, I mean, I can turn the lights on. Let me turn the lights on. Because there's like a lot of light sources on this.
What about the third arm? Did it come with the third arm?
Comes with a fourth arm if you want.
Yeah,
I'm being serious. It comes with a lot of accessories: the shield, the change of head sculpt, arms, laser arms. You know, it comes with all kinds of accessories for it, and it's actually really, 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 really good. I'm going to turn these. So I've got to access all the light points.
I canceled mine. So is it good for
Did
real?
you?
Yeah.
Oh man. Well, when you see it with the lights on,
I still have it available, so that's why I'm asking. If it's good, then I'll pop back up and reload.
Hold on. I think this one. Here we go. That one there. Right. So there's 3 light points which I'm doing for this now.
So you're fiddling with it. I got it.
Let me pop it there.
I'm gonna see if it's still on site. I know it will.
Okay. So here's with the light points on.
Oh. Wow.
So we've got headlight point with the eye and the blue there and the eye.
Man.
The weapon charged up, and of course the red on the mother box area. You can have 2 of those. I do have a spare one of these, which can go on the other arm. So you can have both of them if you want. There is the swap out head, which I've put the batteries in.
Oh yes, that's the one.
Which is that. So you can have it shielded up,
and it lights up, right?
That red light will light up. Yes.
Cool.
There you go. And then that just goes on a ball joint. With that, you do get all of the thrust points on it as well. Thruster points on it. Which come out, but yeah, it's great. I've actually got a Justice League.
Wow.
Of some variety. So what I'd like to do is I'd like to put like this cyborg with the Flash's version of the Flash costume, as opposed to the Snyderverse's Superman with the Justice League version, which is the lighter blue and red, because it's just lighter.
But you're talking about the Justice League Superman outfit with,
the Justice League one.
Yeah. Okay.
Because that's just light. That actually, costume wise, I thought it was nice. Costume wise, it's nice to have Superman actually looking.
Would you put Sasha in there?
No, because she's not a member of that. No, but just as much as I wouldn't put Michael Keaton in there.
Okay.
I would put Ben Affleck in his BVS suit. In that one, or even in his armored suit,
So would you recommend Cyclops, or
Cyborg? Yeah,
Cyborg.
if you're looking to complete your Justice League, I think it's a good, very good 1 in 6 figure. I think it's a very good 1 in 6 figure.
But I'm not going to pose him with the Justice League. I'm going to pose him with Nightwing.
We got a lot of
You're gonna do Titans.
He goes with the Titans for sure.
Why? I get why they put Cyborg in the Justice League, but he's not. He was, and ever shall be
a Titan.
New Teen Titan.
A Titan, yeah, absolutely.
But then where are you going to get a Green Lantern?
The Aquaman suit is the Aquaman suit from the end of the Aquaman movie, the orange and green. That's the Aquaman suit that goes with that. And the Wonder Woman from, I would say the
84 is a good one.
Well, I cancelled my Wonder Woman 84.
Yeah, not the movie, but the figure.
Yeah. But I know. But I cancelled that. And last thing to show off today is we're going back to some. It's Blasters cassettes.
Oh wow!
Wait, what?
So, these are Blasters cassettes from Fans Toys. So if you turn on the back, boosh. That's what. So this would be.
So those are transforming cassette tapes.
Yes, that go into Blaster, into his chest.
That is so cool.
Yeah. So that would be Eject. That would be Steeljaw, and I think is it Ramhorn? That would be Ramhorn. I think.
Bruh, that is so cool.
And then Rewind. You actually get Rewind with Blaster, with the Fans Toys Blaster. You actually get Rewind with it. So 4 cassettes. Soundwave has got 6 cassettes, I think.
Wow.
So yeah. And they made their appearance in Transformers the movie.
Wow. Well, I've got something to show you that I've been thinking about buying. I was going to ask you what you thought
George,
about that.
The answer is yes.
No. This is something because Az has already purchased this through HasLab. But I found the company that, here you go. Here it is if you share the screen. The company that made that Optimus now is selling them. They did a Bumblebee. RoboSyn.
Oh, wait.
No.
Really?
Look, watch, wait. The best stuff hasn't come yet, right? Now I'm going to go down here. It can interact with the Optimus. They create this little theater.
When is this coming out?
It's already available. It's on
what?
RoboSyn. Yes.
On where?
RoboSyn. RoboSyn.com.
On their site.
Yep.
RoboSyn Bumblebee.
Yep.
Yes.
I'm not a Transformers collector, but you got to get
making them. They're making each one. I was reading in throughout Facebook, so they can all interact together.
Bruh.
Oh my God! I need this inside me now.
That's too much information, but okay.
Yeah.
No, it's not. It's not.
I knew you had a thing with your Transformers. More than
you
get
inside the guy.
Right. So, but there is a but.
What's the but?
There is a but.
It's got the commands, got the voice.
No. Yeah. But it doesn't transform.
I believe it.
It doesn't. It doesn't transform. It doesn't transform.
What?
That doesn't make sense unless I've read it. Because they have this, I think, also on HasLabs.
On the Hasbro website. It's not on the HasLabs because that's just
Hasbro.
By the way, the GI Joe is nearly at 14,000.
Yeah, I saw that with the Dragon.
And they have announced what the 16,000 goal will be, stretch goal will be.
Which is
going to be Jane Glenda Mulligan.
Oh, understand.
So
but even if it doesn't transform, come on, you put it with your Optimus.
I know, but the beauty of the RoboSyn
is
that it transforms into Optimus and really looks like Optimus.
I got it, but this one dances and stuff. I couldn't believe the way they got the movements down.
I don't need him to dance. I need him to transform.
I got you. Hold on. I swear they had one where it transformed. I'm going to find the video. Hold on.
I'll have to have a think now.
I got you.
Because that's the beauty. I've got the Optimus Prime and the trailer and the OG Optimus Prime, the version 1 of the RoboSyn.
Yeah.
So I've got the version 1 of the RoboSyn Optimus Prime, the version 2 of the RoboSyn Optimus Prime, which gets rid of the back from the backing thing for his neck. The trailer, which goes with the version 2.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but you want Bumblebee to be transformed next to Optimus, and then you want to transform them together.
Right. I agree. In stages, I'm sure that'll be next. I don't see it. Maybe I looked at it. Well, this company is taking things to a great place. That's what I can say.
Love the ideas. The Optimus is incredible. That's why I'm like, why doesn't this transform? That's what, right. This is what makes the Roboson unique, is the fact that you've got these interactive, transforming, fucking insanely expensive transformers. They're so niche and collectible.
Yeah.
But it does dance.
I don't need people to dance.
It's too small to transform.
And it even allows you to program it. It says you can program it with block programming. Like you can move its arms. You set up the app and you move it how you want it to go, and it records it.
Yeah, I would love to have Optimus and Bumblebee next to each other and then get the app and go, Autobots transform, and then both of them would do that because it's a general.
I got you.
Command.
I'm sure it eventually will get here. I think right now what they're doing is focusing on its abilities. That's what it looks like. I mean, did you see the way it could balance itself?
It's impressive. It's great.
I understand.
I might still get it, but
I know what you want.
We're now gone from an absolute to a.
I got you. I think they're just pushing it in a different envelope, different direction.
when you see the way that, I mean, I've got where's my
I've seen it. God, I love it the way you showed it transform.
It's amazing.
Here we go. All right, hold on. This is my short.
Mm-hmm.
And this is the V1. This isn't the V2. This is the V1.
Gotcha.
Oh, I didn't even know they made a V2.
Yeah, it's a beauty.
Yeah, there's a V2. Hey, Optimus Prime.
Greetings.
Transform. Just pause it there.
So that's amazing. Come on, that's amazing.
Yeah.
It's absolutely insanely amazing. And the V2, they shrunk it slightly, very slightly, and this no longer comes up now. So you just get his head.
Oh.
So the transformation is even better in the V2 than the V1.
Wow.
But look at these beautiful lights, and then, hey, Optimus Prime.
Greetings.
Transform.
I would have flipped out as a kid if that was available.
I mean, can you believe it? I would have too.
Come on, if these were available when we were kids.
And it does all kinds of stuff, all kinds of different commands you can give it,
Yeah.
all kinds of shit.
We now know what you
insane.
commanded to do.
It gets
What's
inside
that
of you.
even mean, George?
It gets inside of you. You said you want Bumblebee inside of you.
Sitting there saying, I gotta have it inside of me.
Clearly, Optimus gets inside of you.
No, I want to be inside of it because it's a car.
Oh, well, that's different.
It's a good save. It's a good save.
Good one.
Not bad, eh? Right.
Well,
all right.
hopefully Robosen will make it. I can't see them not making it. That was so popular, though, the Optimus. One thing I wanted to see is, I've seen it in the videos. Have you had the trailer transform?
No, it's when my brother comes up next, brother from another mother, we want to crack it out and do some filming with it.
Cool. I want to see that. I haven't seen that.
Do you remember, George? I don't know, as I'm older than you. I don't know if George, do you remember a toy that came out in the early 80s called, or maybe the late 70s, called the Big Track?
I remember Big Tracks.
Do you remember Big Track? It was a programmable, like this futuristic tank.
Yeah.
And you had a keypad on the back and you could
I know
program it.
Yes.
And it would
they reissued it. They reissued it a few years ago.
Did they really?
Yeah.
I mapped out my entire house. Like it could drive around and I could make it. And it was the carpet messed it up because it would do accurate, but then the carpet it couldn't. Yeah. So I had to like overcompensate for the carpet, but I could make it go all the way around, like go from the kitchen into the dining room, into the living room, back to the front door and come back to the kitchen. I mean, it was inane. I spent hours.
This, right? I'm just making sure because this is what I remember. This is the one you're talking about?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
I haven't seen it.
Big Tracks.
Oh yeah, that's it. And you could buy, so you can see there's a keypad. For those kids who don't know, there's a keypad like a calculator.
Right.
And you could punch in distances and you could make it turn, and then on the front, oh wow, I've never seen the white one.
That's the it's the white one. We got the white one is the one that we had in the UK.
Oh, so yeah, we had the dark, and then on the front, right in the middle there on top, it was a laser with a sound. It go do do do, and then it also, there was a secondary piece. It was like a dump truck part that you could buy, the dumpster thing. It was it was like a trailer.
Never got
you could
that.
put the dumpster. I didn't either. You could put the dumpster in, and you could take like an apple to your mom and dump the apple out.
But you could find this today, is what you were saying? Like they reissued it? Was it that what you said, as they reissued this?
They reissued it a few years ago. They did a reissue a few years ago. And yes, the guy who said, I think you could get a trailer for it. Yes, you could.
Yeah, you could.
You could get a trailer for it.
But I never had the trailer. But
that was the hot Christmas toy, remember? From like 82 or whenever it was.
Oh, dude, it was amazing. And it went, so it was made by, I think, Milton Bradley. And it was kind of a companion toy to, I want to say it was the Starvenger, or there was an electronic starship that when you made it, it would have a noise. And when you made it go up and down, the noise would change. And it had these two fighters that would come off the wings. And it was like that. It was almost like a companion piece to that toy. I don't remember what it was called. Starbird. Yeah, that sounds right. That was amazing. I love those things. Were so cool. I love those. And they kind of went together.
Well, I'd love to find it. Again, the big track.
I always wanted a big track. We couldn't afford a big tracks. It was expensive. We couldn't afford one.
Yeah,
I got Star Wars toys, so I was more than happy.
Yeah, it was a cool toy though, because it not only was it electronic, but it just looked cool. It looked badass. So you could play with it since it didn't belong to a franchise, it could go wherever you wanted it to go.
Wow, I looked up the price. I looked up the price for it in 1979 when it came out. It was $45 plus.
That was a lot of money.
That's a lot of money
for a toy back then. Shit, when you could fill your car up. What was it for?
Wow, it came out in 79.
79.
Wow.
$45. It was Milton Bradley.
Let's go through some super duperies, because we're up against clock today because Daddy got to play some video game.
Oh, nice.
So we got Oxdub became a member at the Bard level. Quantum DeLorean became a member at the Sorcerer level.
Good.
Level, I should say. Sorry. And Crafty Corey became a member at the Sorcerer level. I did those. The reason why I smashed through those is they also managed to put those up on the Final Fantasy stream as well. ADs gifted 5 memberships to the stream. Thank you, ADs. And now that StreamYard has allowed us to do this is great. They have a separate tab now for all the supers, so I can bring them up on screen. Flying Dutchman with the $5 says, as is Hot Box channel coming soon. Love you all. I can read it that in multiple different ways. I don't have any bearers. I'm going to put that in the Final Fantasy 16 way. I don't possess any bearers. Maxim M with a £2 says, as Present Toys have released a good Tifa. Yes, right. I've seen Chris has also tweeted at me this Tifa. I do have a Tifa, but this face on the Tifa is so much better. But it would mean, because it's a third party, me having to buy from one of the third party places when my shit doesn't turn up. So I'm probably not going to do it. Because, you know, I'm an old-fashioned kind of a guy that actually wants their toys to turn up that they pay for. But, yeah, hold on. Let me just bring this up. The facial sculpt is so much better. It is a really good figure. I would love to have that in 1-in-1 scale and alive. Just saying. But yeah, it is better than the other one. Brian Black with the $5 has ordered the Flash Keaton because he looked amazing. Also, have the Nightfall McFarlane Batman coming soon. What do you think of the NECA 89 Batman? Any comments on that?
Well, NECA figures are very cool. They're just rickety, and the quality control, they break a lot.
I would have said, yeah. I mean, yeah. I would have said brittle, which is pretty much the same thing.
Yeah, that's what I mean. They're brittle. That's what happens. The plastic breaks.
Yeah.
And the joint frequently where the joints are.
Yes, which is a shame. McFarlane doing some really good shit right now.
Oh yeah,
they really are. They're doing some great stuff. I picked up the Kingdom Come Batman. I picked up the Michael Keaton Batman, and the larger version of the Michael Keaton Batman from the Flash film. The Nightfall stuff is coming out. I'm probably going to get the whole Nightfall range if I can.
What, you mean Azrael?
I've already got the McFarlane Azrael.
Oh, I've never seen it.
Batman Azrael. There's the McFarlane Azrael right there.
Ah, okay. Oh
right.
wow, no.
That is the McFarlane Azrael.
Okay.
Which is great. In my bedroom, for no other reason than space.
Yeah.
In my bedroom, I actually have the McFarlane Asbat figure.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Where he's in the first incarnation of the Batman costume. So I have that, and then they're bringing out, I think, Bane, Catwoman, Batman, in the Nightfall.
He does good work.
He does. Like I said, I think it's got a decent price point.
Yeah, I mean, the McFarlane Toys has done a great job with DC, I think. I mean, I just don't collect that scale, but they're really good.
I wish he'd make 6 scale.
Yeah.
He's, no disrespect, he's into plastic toys.
Yeah.
He's not into the intricate toys of 1-in-6s.
Yeah.
Obviously, huge difference. And he does it very, very well. Can I just hasten to add? Boobies. Crunchy Beaver with a $5 is, I think, Eraser, not Erasure. Maybe Erasure, that name. I think Eraser is an underrated Arnie movie. Even his bad stuff wasn't terrible, like Stallone's. Raw Deal and Red Heat are fun for what they are. I've only ever seen Eraser once. I couldn't tell you a thing that happened in that film.
Yeah, I remember. That was with Vanessa Williams, I think. That's where he's like some kind of like government agent, FBI, something, where he makes sure that people in the witness protection program disappear. So he erases them, gives them a whole new identity, but then someone comes after him.
Oh my God.
That's pretty much it.
Okay. I can't remember it at all.
It was a good film.
But yeah, I think Raw Deal and Red Heat and stuff like that. It's all good fun.
Red Sonja. I wish we'd get a real Red Sonja.
He's Conan in Red Sonja.
I know. I know. I'd love to get a real Red Sonja.
I'd love to get a real Conan in 6 scale.
What?
Oh, yeah. There's been a lot of third-party stuff, and they keep announcing stuff, but man.
I have a few Conan because I love Conan. I collect Conan.
I mean, with that sword and there somebody was doing one with the black battle stripes that he painted on himself.
Yeah.
Come on, dude.
You mean this one? Because I have that, the war stripes.
Yeah, the war stripes.
From the scene when he goes to...
That's pretty good.
Yeah.
That's a pretty good head sculpt, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, you see you have Valeria's.
But where's that sword, buddy? Come on.
Oh, the sword is right here. There's this one.
Come!
Metal. I have to.
Oh, there you go.
Beautiful.
Did you see the clip in the Schwarzenegger documentary where he's showing the sword to Sylvester Stallone? He has that sword. I love it.
I haven't seen that doc yet. I haven't seen it.
It's pretty good.
Yeah,
I do need to see it.
And
I do love Watch Pumping Iron.
Pumping Iron. Oh, his
every year or so I'll watch Pumping Iron again. It's just too good.
Boy, you got a super chat from somebody's asking me if I remember Space 1999.
Oh God, Space 19.
Do you know how many eagles I have in this place? I probably have 15 in various sizes eagles. I have 22-inch Eagles. I have 4 22-inch Eagles,
Wow.
and I've got probably 10, 15-inch, and I have a Hawk. I have a model, a 148 scale Hawk right here that I haven't built that I showed a couple weeks ago.
That is the politest way I've ever heard somebody say "bitch, please."
You know what I don't have? My old Mattel Eagle from the 70s, from like mid 70s. One of the greatest toys ever made.
I have the Corgi Eagle.
I'm waiting for the Big Chief Studios.
Yeah, Dinky. Sorry, Dinky. Dinky, not Corgi, wasn't it? Yeah.
Because Corgi, by the way, dude, those Dinky Eagles might be one of the greatest toys ever made.
All diecast.
Yeah, I remember the first. So there were two. There's the green and the blue version with the under there. So there's they made 2. They made the freighter Eagle that came with the nuclear waste containers, and then they made the regular one with the passenger pod. When I first saw that, because they came out in 75, 76 or something, I was at a high-end department store with my dad. And my parents didn't. My parents bought me birthday presents and bought me presents for the holidays. They did not buy me stuff like during the year.
Yeah,
like I should be saying. Yeah.
They didn't buy me stuff.
Christmas time, birthday.
The only time I ever remember leaving a store, I was freaking out. I felt such desire. And I was pointing to my dad. I'm like, it was like I was crack baby. I have to have it. But it was like $15.
Ooh.
And back then, and it was like a $15 die cast. My dad's like, a Hot Wheels like 99 cents.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I was like, I mean, I finally got one, but I think I had to wait 6 months or whatever. But that toy, of all the toys in my entire life, that Dinky Eagle, the first time I saw it, it was like I took a hit off a glass pipe, man. I was
Hey, do you remember the Hot Wheel crack-ups?
Oh, those are great.
They were so good.
So good. There's a lot of different cars that literally, there's other companies too that, I don't know if you have this in the UK, but there were these, they were called Sizzlers. And they were like slot cars without the slots, and they were electric motors, and it had like a gas pump, and you'd put the thing in the car and power it up, and they would sizzle around the tracks, but they were loose, so they weren't on, and that was fucking awesome.
I can imagine.
I haven't thought about those since I was a wee lad.
You know what I'm thinking of is when you talk about 1999, there's a movie I've been trying to find the damn name for it. It was like one of the first space films, except it looks similar to 1999, except it had these domes with forests, and they had to protect the forests.
Oh, that movie's called Silent Running.
Yes.
Oh,
and it was directed by Douglas Trumbull, and it stars Bruce Dern.
That's
and
right.
I have the 4K disc.
Really, I wanted to find. I couldn't remember the name of the movie.
The new transfer's amazing.
Oh, Silent Running. Let me write that down.
Silent Running.
Worth the purchase.
And you know what? So the spaceship in that movie is called the Valley Forge.
Yes.
And you can go on to shape. So a friend of mine, my friend Jeff Bond, he goes by the Lazy Modeler on Twitter.
Mm-hmm.
Some mad genius has all the parts on Shapeways.
Wow.
He's 3D printed, and you can even get the domes. And you can build it. And my friend Jeff Bond, who was the first person I ever saw that built one, a museum in Spain contacted him, and he shipped that rickety model of the Valley Forge to Spain.
Wow.
And it was on display at a museum for like a year.
The Valley Forge. That's right.
I gotta.
I love that film as a kid.
It's awesome.
Couldn't remember.
It's still awesome.
I haven't seen it since I was a kid.
Oh, dude, you got to get the 4K disc.
Okay,
it's great.
Cool. Silent
Running, with songs by Joan Baez.
Do you remember Black Hole?
I'm gonna pick it up because I haven't seen this, so I'm picking it up.
Do you remember Black Hole?
4K.
Oh yeah.
What did you just call me?
No, Black Hole. Black Hole.
What did you just call me?
Black Hole. The movie Black Hole.
Can I share my screen?
Sure.
Hang on. How do I do that? Oh, I don't think I can share my screen.
Yeah. You hit present.
Oh, present. Okay, there we go. So I can show this to you. Share screen. Share screen with 2 monitors. I don't have what?
Go to present, then go to
window.
Share screen. And then you go to your Chrome tab or your tab, and then you can pick all your tabs.
Oh, I'm looking at Safari and it's not letting me share. Oh wait, hold on. Chrome tab. Hey man, what the heck? It's not letting me do it. You know what I'll do? I'll tell you what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna send you a Facebook link.
Okay.
And you can do it. Copy. Here we go. Here it is, because it's a picture. This guy just built it. He just built the Valley Forge and he put lights in it. And this is the Shapeways model that you can get. And
page isn't available.
Oh, Jesus Christ. I'll tell you what I'm going to do. Here we go. I'm going to.
Yeah.
I also don't have a Facebook, so that might also be a problem.
That's a problem here.
Yeah, I saw that, Clark. Kent. We were talking about it last week when I was showing us the J&D.
Yeah, we talked. Yeah. Michael with the $5 saying, "Hey guys, have you seen the J&D Reeves Clark Kent Superman? Think they nailed Clark, but Superman looks like the evil Superman for the third movie." Yeah, we discussed that last week. Went into it quite a fair bit actually. I seem to be way more forgiving than you. I thought it was George. I think George is on your side, though.
I was, but I looked at it. I eventually agreed with you. But there was something about the eye. It was a little shaded, but the Clark Kent had more life, more that happy. But no, I loved it.
Trucker Rob with the $20 says, "Hello, Az. Just got back from the gym, so here's some post-gym money. That's my favorite money. Post-gym money. Wait, where am I?
I don't know. Where are you?
I know. I lost my. Oh, there we go. I found it. Bushin Ryu Cat with the $5 says, "RMB. I need you and Chris Carr to do one more show together. You're both adorable.
Oh, thank you.
With current cinematic DCU, can we make a good Kingdom Come film miniseries?" Right? No,
not today.
Sometimes you wear Lady Tall, but not today.
Not with what we've got right now. In terms of I'm talking more on the management side than anything else.
Until Kathleen Kennedy goes. And her ilk.
Well, I mean, I look, James Gunn, your second movie after Superman's The Authority. You're killing yourself. You're killing yourself. Nobody knows who The Authority is, and it's going to be viewed by
Cartman
a lot of people.
Does.
Well, he says you need to respect his authority.
Yes. Can you imagine if he is revealed to be the actual leader of the Authority? I'd watch that movie.
It'd probably be more entertaining than probably what we're going to get.
I'm still surprised
I think he's
like Sasha. That you like Sasha Kelly and that James Gunn is not going to use her for the reboot.
Well, I thought right. Okay, look, I thought Sasha Kelly fit in this film.
Okay.
I would prefer a traditional.
Me too.
Supergirl, but I think she fit for this film.
Gotcha.
Like I said, particularly because it's all about when you fuck up the timeline forward, you also fuck it up backward. So seeing visual changes, is decent representation of stuff like that.
Gotcha.
And then Bushin. By the way, I would really love a fucking Kingdom Come trilogy movie. So you could flesh it out properly. But we ain't ever gonna get that shit nowadays. Bushin Ryo Cat again with a $2 says for Az's Healthy Muffins Fund. I'd love some healthy muffins, if you know what I mean. Breasts. Not my breast. No, never mind. George the Giant Slayer with a $20 says, Az, I can't wait to watch you play Final Fantasy today. It's going to happen very soon, George. Very soon. Because this is coming to an end soon. And then I'll be setting up a stream. I'll be taking a little break just to Cyrus04 with a $20. Thank you, by the way, George. Thank you. Stop super chatting. Thank you. Stop it. Thank you.
Love.
Stop it. Just in general. Never mind just because you're trying to delay. Just in general.
Nah, I'm not delaying you.
Love all three of you, gentlemen. I have a question. Would you pay $100 subscription monthly, so $1,200 a year, to watch Judge Dredd or RoboCop clean up at their discretion the city of Chicago?
Wow.
Who would be your pick and why? Are we talking an IRL Stallone and an IRL RoboCop? Well, an IRL Judge Dredd and an IRL RoboCop? I would definitely pay $1,000 a month to be watching live feeds of that shit.
That would be gruesome.
Look, I thought Carl Urban was a superb Dredd.
Hell
Absolutely
He was
superb.
great.
That film is so underrated because it is brilliant. I mean, it's a brilliant film. It is so nice to actually have something that was contained. It contained and told a very, very contained and specific story. It was brilliant, absolutely superb. So yeah, Carl Urban definitely is as Judge Dredd. Yes, please. RoboCop. I mean, you know, Mr. Weller. He's RoboCop. Otherwise, Henry Cavill.
He is RoboCop, and he was great as RoboCop.
Hell yeah.
Murphy. Dead or alive, you're coming with me. God, such a good film.
Did you ever order the RoboCop, the new release from Hot Toys, by the way, a few months ago?
I thought about. Oh, you're talking about RoboCop 3?
Yeah,
No,
I've got the diecast RoboCop.
Yeah, I managed to purchase a secondhand diecast.
I never got the one where he's in the chair from Hot Toys and has the monitors. That's the one that I want.
That guy there got it.
Because they're too expensive on, I mean, the secondary market.
Yeah, I got the diecast RoboCop, but just the RoboCop.
Gotcha.
Comes with a diecast 9. Is it Deagle? Is it Deagle? No, it's not Deagle. Whatever. He's gone. You know.
Pace, yeah.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Oops. Martino Simone.
Hello, sir.
Suave Swiss. With a 5, Swiss says 1 of 52. Sorry, I got home now. We'll watch tonight. Thanks. You take care, Martino. George the Giant Slayer with a $5 says, at what time do you think you'll be playing Final Fantasy as? I'm thinking about 9 o'clock UK time. George?
I haven't typed anymore.
About an hour from now, you know? Thank you, mate. You shouldn't stop it. Just stop it in general. You shouldn't super chat me in general because you're there sat next to me. Man of War 665 neighbor of the beast with a $6.65 super chat. He makes plastic toys. No disrespect, my ass. I mean, if you're taking disrespect, then I mean, I guess that's just the caliber of toy you purchase. Huh?
It's true.
Bushin Rao capped the $2 says, Rob, remember Space 1999? The Eagles story characters. Yeah, we've had that one.
Yes.
Cyrus04 with a $10 says, Judge Dredd would be my pick. Oh, are we just picking which one we want to clean up? Chicago? Yep.
I love Judge Dredd.
Can we just have a Terminator? Can we have a Terminator do it?
So good.
I'm so sad that didn't make any more. So sad. Martino Simone, the Suave Swiss. With a 5 Swiss says the Valley Forge is part of the 78 Galactica fleet.
You are correct.
Also, I did not know that.
Yeah, also in the reboot of Galactica.
Oh, I didn't know that.
And they used, because Silent Running is a Universal movie, so they did use stock. They used footage from Silent Running in the 78 Battlestar Galactica.
Nice. I'm looking forward to watching it because I've never seen it, so I'm looking forward to watching it.
Don't turn it off when you hear the opening theme song by Joan Baez. Just
why is it?
It's a little dated. That's all I'm gonna say.
Dude, Rob, this will probably please you immensely. offline, when I'm not streaming, not doing anything.
Do you sing folk songs?
I will happily put on the original Buck Rogers theme.
Oh,
wow. Should we all sing it?
Far beyond the world we know.
That was brilliant.
Who am I? What am I?
I wish they'd make the Buck Rogers ship. Oh, I love them. I had that.
They did.
Kid. No, Isaac. I'm talking about in 6 scale. I had it as a kid, the little one.
Oh yeah. Well, they had Mego had 3 3/4 inch figures, and they made all it's called there's the Draconian Marauder, but it's a Thunder. I think it's a Thunder Fighter.
Yeah, bitty.
That Buck Rogers fighter is one of the coolest fighters in any series ever. It's not the Thunder Fighter. That ship is so cool.
I want Wilma Daring to sit on my face.
Oh yeah, Wilma. She was
Aaron Gray, man.
1 in a million.
Aaron Gray, yeah.
But what about Princess Ardala?
Pamela
Helmsley.
Dude, I'll make some space. I'll make some space. George the Giant Slayer with the $5 says, "What are you waiting for? When are you going to start playing Final Fantasy?" When he shut the fuck up.
He is talking about Princess Ardala.
Yeah,
that's my Final Fantasy.
Stubble McShay. Hey, it's my first fantasy. One of my first fantasies was definitely Wilma. Fucking hell.
Yeah.
Aaron Gray.
I'm surprised with all the reboots and stuff they haven't gone back for Buck Rogers. I mean, with every crap that they've done.
Oh,
I think they tried. Yeah.
Oh.
No, they are. They are doing a modern Buck Rogers.
Oh.
Or they were pre-pandemic.
Gotcha.
Subble McShade with a 20 Swedish. It says, what are you on a cooking time limit today? Yes. And it's running out soon. So I'm gonna grab a little bite to eat before the stream. Yeah, I've been on a fast today.
Oh. Those are hard.
Yes. And we were on, hold on, I need to work this out. Which is 20 hours. Yeah. So 8 o'clock was my 20-hour mark. So I am able to eat a little something now after this stream. And Man of War 665, neighbor of the beast with a $6.65 super chat says, George has seen photographic evidence of my purchases. I do not buy junk. What even need to do? Cope. Don't project as it's beneath you somewhere. Look, hey. Whatever you need to say to make you feel better. I mean, gaslighting. And Eddie Brock with a €2 says, think George has an important announcement at 9 o'clock as. So? I don't fucking care. I'll be playing Final Fantasy 16.
Thank you. I can feel that love there.
Gentlemen, Robert, anything you'd like to plug before we go, sir?
No, just come over to the Burnett work. There's a new episode of King Tanic's Otaku Experience. If you like anime, come over to the Burnett work and watch his show at 2 o'clock. He's going to talk about the new live-action One Piece trailer.
What did you think of that? Just briefly.
Me?
Mm-hmm.
I don't think I'm the person to ask.
Okay.
Yeah.
No, I've never seen One Piece. I've never seen the anime. Never seen the anime. Never read the manga. I saw the trailer for this. My initial thought was, I am so sorry to all the One Piece fans.
I have to say, since you brought it up, I mean, I was not impressed, and I don't know anything about the person they cast as the lead. Maybe that kid's doing what he's supposed to be doing for One Piece, but I let's just say I didn't like any of his line readings.
No.
And I didn't
or anyone else's.
Yeah, I didn't buy into it. I was, it's really.
Why don't they understand that anime and live action are two very, very different art forms?
I find it fascinating that there's a thing, especially with One Piece. There is a certain kind of a whimsy to, especially Japanese anime, like I loved Space Battleship Yamato, aka Star Blazers.
Yeah.
And I also loved Captain Harlock or Queen Emeraldus and everything that Matsumoto Leiji did, like the Galaxy Express, when he would put a train in space or a sailing vessel in space. There's a Japanese live action Star Wars ripoff called Message from Space that has a giant sailing ship with sails in space. We American, we in the West, we don't have that kind of whimsy. And I think that anime as an art form, I mean, if you look at anything that Miyazaki has done, Howl's Moving Castle, for instance,
Beautiful,
fantastic film, or even when you go hardcore, like stuff like Paprika, or things like that. I think that we just don't get it. And when we try and bring it over to the West and turn it into live action, because it's live action, you then have to center it and make it more realistic, which sort of removes that whimsy where you buy it. Like, can you imagine a live action Howl's Moving Castle made here in the West?
No.
No.
I mean, unfortunately, yes.
Well, yeah. I mean, we would have a problem with the actual moving castle itself.
Could you imagine a Western Spirited Away?
No.
It'd be a disaster.
No, and I think, I look at movies that I've seen theatrically, like Weathering with You or Belle or Your Name, recent, and you look at that stuff and I don't think we have the sensibility. That's one of the great things about anime and manga. That's why they're so popular in the West now, because of that different sensibility. And when we try and bring it over to the West, it never works because you lose that whimsy. I call it whimsy. It's probably something else, but
I also think it's because the people who are making it, they don't believe in it. They don't believe in it. They don't understand it.
Yes.
So they see, they'll see some like Cowboy Bebop, or they'll see Howl's Moving Castle, Spirited Away, Kiki's Delivery Service, and they'll be like, right, we now need to ground this.
Yes.
And that takes everything away from what it is and what it represents and the splendor of it all. Howl's Moving Castle is like crazy wonderful film. Spirited Away, crazy wonderful film. But look what they did with Death Note. Look what they did with Cowboy Bebop. It's a travesty.
Yeah, and they keep that's the thing. They keep trying to ground it in our Western sensibilities, and it doesn't work.
No,
I mean that's what I mean. Like that whimsy. Everyone talked about, like, if they made Star Blazers, Space Battleship Yamato, that they would make it the USS Arizona. That was sunk in World War II. That's off the coast of Oahu. But the thing is, Americans, I don't care how you do it, American audiences are never going to believe that they took a World War II battleship and turned it into a spacefaring vessel. I mean, you could say, "Oh, Rob, they would." No, they wouldn't. It wouldn't work. And maybe somebody one day could, like Chris McQuarrie was attached to it for the longest time, but they would change it around and make it more palatable, make it look more like a spaceship. But the Japanese can do it. Matsumoto Leiji can do it, and he did it over and over and over again. So
yeah, no, I absolutely agree. I mean, the closest I think the West has got, Warhammer, British,
yeah,
cathedrals in space.
Right, but that's Gothic. I mean, it's still, I think that works. I think it, because ultimately it has that ornate pirate ship, galleon kind of a vibe to it. But whereas
Time Bandits
is close. I would say Time Bandits has that anime. It has that whimsy to it. And Monty Python had, you know, a lot of their stuff, but I just don't think that we know how to do it. And it's really interesting because I honestly think part of the reason is that the people that are doing the translating were not anime fans to begin with.
Mm.
So as so much of our IPs are, our IPs are constantly being refined by people that didn't grow up. They didn't. Doctor Who too.
Well,
Doctor Who
localization is cancerous. It's cancerous.
Yes.
I
mean, Doctor Who,
what
British,
they're trying to say versus what the people believe.
Yeah,
for their sensibilities, you should hear.
I grew up watching British humor, you know, Monty Python's Flying Circus, and can you imagine in America we would never have made that show?
Oh God, no.
And that was
look at Red Dwarf.
Oh yeah,
Red Dwarf, insanely funny British comedy.
By the way, they're coming back. They're bringing it back.
Oh yeah,
first time in 15 years.
Both of them are. I mean, they're both writing different show. They're both of the creators, Naylor and Grant and Naylor. They've sorted out the license disagreements out between them, so they're both writing separate Red Dwarfs.
Yeah,
just saying. But look what happened when America tried to do Red Dwarf. They just didn't get it.
Well, it's funny. One of my favorite comedies is a famous British movie called With Nail and I.
With Nail and I, yeah.
And With Nail and I, and I love this movie. I've tried to show it to so many people here in the States, and they just look at me like, I don't get it. I'm like, I can't. Paul McGann and Richard E. Grant are so effing funny in that movie. But you know, I remember a friend of mine saying, he passed away, one of my very good friends. We went and saw Train Spotting, and I go, oh my God, I love that movie so much. He couldn't get past. He goes, it was so grimy.
Yes.
Like the worst toilet in Scotland. I'm like, yeah, but that's the point. He's like, I don't like grimy. I don't like grimy things. And With Nail and I is grimy. And I'm like, but because our comedies are squeaky clean and brightly lit, and you know, we don't have that sort of grounded. You know, our comedies are, you know, we have rom-coms and all that. We don't have. Whereas British humor is more down to earth, I think, in a way. If that makes any sense. It's more based in real life.
Yeah. I mean, you know, that's, I think, one of the strengths of Red Dwarf is the fact that it pulls upon real instances that people will relate to.
Right.
Like when they wake up drunk and like, I'm the last man alive. We're in the middle of deep space. No one's around for millions of hours. How have I got a traffic cone in my bed? Because that's what you do in the UK. You go out when you were young, you know, you go to your college bars, you get pissed as a fart, and you'd steal traffic cones. And you'd steal traffic lights. And then you wake up in the morning, you got traffic cones and posters that you've ripped out of bus stop advertising, all this kind of stuff. That's what you did. So just like little jokes like that to us are like fucking hilarious because it's what you did. It was a rite of passage almost.
Yeah.
Anyway, we've got to go. I got to go.
Yeah, I got it. You can go play.
George the Giant Slayer. Do you have anything you'd like to plug before we go?
New video dropping on Sunday, and I'm 6,000 away now. So I'm almost there. And then I'll be back here on Bay Staff Monday on Monday, and then back here next week for Hot Toys.
Maxim with a £5 says anime manga is a society exploring beyond the means society allows to show. The West doesn't get the need to let it free like that.
That's interesting.
Look at Ghost in the Shell.
We could talk about this forever.
We could.
I mean, they've been trying to make Akira into a movie
have to do another
30 plus years. They'll never do it. You can't do it.
Die Dinks with a £5 says the Crimson Permanent Assurance. I can't remember that one. Crimson Permanent. Anyway, Die, thank you. Everybody, thank you so much indeed for watching. Again, over 1,000 people. Toy lovers unite. Massive thank you to my mods for giving up your time. Everyone who super chatted, membered, gifted members, remembered.
By the way,
thank you so much indeed for the support.
The Crimson Permanent Assurance if memory serves, is it's at the beginning of Meaning of Life. Monty Python's Meaning of Life. I think. Meaning of Life, Life of Brian? I think Meaning of Life. I always get those two mixed up. Fuck it, I have to puke.
Cool.
Yeah. Sorry. I was like, what?
Okay. I'm going to be firing up a Final Fantasy stream in about an hour. Let's say 9:30, an hour and 10 minutes from now. Give me time to relax for a little bit and get some food in me. So 9:30, I'm going to set up a Final Fantasy 16 stream after this stream for that stream.
Another stream.
Till then, you take care. Bye for now.
What time is that?